All right, folks, welcome back to segment number 2 here as we're going to cover the first 4 pro games on our contest sheet. And Terry, start us off here.
So our first game is the Colts going to the Tennessee Titans. Colts are 0-1 and had a close game. They had a lot of close games this past weekend in the NFL. A game they could have, should have won. They're going to the 1-0 Titans, who look really strong in their first game. Titans are a 3.5-point favorite. I just don't know what this Colts team is going to do. I was surprised how well they played against San Diego, and again, they could have, should have, but ended up not winning. I'm going to go with the Titans. I'm going to take the Titans at home and lay the 3.5.
You know, I agree with you, Terry. The Colts were surprising. They played very, very well, and then even more surprising was Mariota played extremely well for the Titans. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Titans at home. And besides that, their coach, Mike Vrabel, just saying, ex-Ohio State player. Okay. Had to get that in, Dave.
Get that in. I rode the Titans last week. Boy, it was all over them when it comes Sunday. But I don't know about this week. But it is in Tennessee, and boy, they do have a good team. Mariota's good. I couldn't understand why everyone was on Cleveland last week over him, because Titans were in a playoff deep last year.
And everybody was expecting Cleveland to be improved this year, and we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah,
I'm going to
they
take
got
the Colts.
humbled.
I'm going to take the Colts. They didn't give that kid $30 million because I have a feeling they're going to come back around this week. I know it's on the road, but I'll take the 3.5.
Okay, next game, the Chargers are going to the Detroit Lions. Chargers are a 3.5-point favorite. Again, they were in the game we were just talking about. They came back to beat the Colts, but
that was in overtime.
There was no sure thing there. It was in overtime that they won the game. Lions, by the way, were in an overtime game of their own. They ended up with an opening tie. They are 0-1.
Well, the Lions make me mad, Terry, because I had them on a 3-team parlay. In the fourth quarter, I'm counting my money. They're up 18 points, and then I'm tearing up my ticket. I was so mad.
Anybody counting their money this past Sunday in the fourth quarter on any of these games
was a mistake.
I mean, everything changed in the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
Every game, except for Baltimore. A couple of the big blowouts.
Yeah.
Were a sure thing, but boy, there was a lot of movement in the fourth quarter on these games.
Well, who are you taking in this Chargers-Lions game?
Chargers-Lions. I don't like this game, but I'm going to take the Chargers just because I think they're better than the Lions. Lay the 3.5.
Well, I'm going to take the Lions at home because I think they learned a big lesson on the road last week, and they're not going to take the foot off the gas this week. I think the Lions plus 3.5 at home is a good bet.
This looks like the spread should be 6 here, or 5.5, or 7 maybe. Why is it only 3.5?
Chargers didn't look that good at home, and the Lions did look good at Arizona.
But I mean, come on, you're beating a team that's the bottom of the barrel with the Cardinals.
Right, exactly.
Well, we'll see who's at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's
so who'd you take, Davey?
I'm going to go home cooking. When I'm in doubt, I'll take the home team. I'll take the Lions in the 3.5.
Okay.
Okay, so the split in our last game in this segment, the Cowboys are going to the Redskins, so they're getting the big interconference rivals out of the way early. The Redskins played the Eagles for the opener, and now they're playing the Cowboys. Cowboys 5.5-point favorite. I'll let you guys go first on this. I'm on the fence here.
All right, I'll go first. Actually, I thought Case Keenum played extremely well for the Redskins, and they covered last week. I thought they were good.
Again, another team that should have won.
Yeah, they backdoor covered with 6 seconds left in the game.
Yeah.
But they still covered.
The Cowboys, well, I don't know. I'm just not sold on them yet. I'm going to take the Redskins at home and take the 5.5. Dave, didn't we have a theory for the last couple of years about this number 5.5?
It's normally a good money line number.
Yeah. I take the underdog, yeah.
So I'm going to take them.
Well, you know what? After watching the Redskins play the Eagles last week, they did give them fits, but I said they were going to give them fits.
Yep, you did.
Redskins, boy, do I hate the Cowboys. I'll take the Redskins. I've seen them lose in the contest, so don't go by me when it comes to that team.
All right, we got one more game in this segment.
I'm going to split and take the Cowboys, so I'll be on the other side there.
Oh, you're going to take the Cowboys?
Yep.
Oh, wait a minute. That reminds me, before we go to our last game, I think that all 3 of us were on 3 games last week.
Yes.
How did those games turn out?
Split. So we were all on Stanford as a loser. We were all on the Redskins as the winner. And we were all on the Chargers as a winner.
Oh, good. So then we did pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the best I think we've done in a couple of years.
3 is not bad.
No, we'll take it. All right, we'll start us off on this last game here in this segment.
So 49ers are going to the Cincinnati team. 49ers were favored by.
Did you catch that one,
2.5.
Davey?
I did. Very considerate.
The Bengals look good or the Seahawks look bad. I didn't get to see that game. I was following it on the computer, and I don't know. The Seahawks could not hold on to the ball. Did the Bengals play a good game?
The Bengals played a very good game.
We'll find out. There's a lot of these, what happened the first week.
But here's the thing. I liked the fact that we got a brand new coach who was the offensive coordinator for the Rams. So he's all about the offense, and he breathed new life into that team. And Andy Dalton was spectacular. So,
plus the Bengals have that couple good receivers there,
Yeah.
Ross and Green.
Well, Green's out right now.
Green's out.
Yeah, but that's okay. But that being said, does everybody in the whole town know who I'm going with? That's right, the Bengals.
I've already written that one down.
Terry had already put a
This
big
is
G
tough
by
one.
it.
The 49ers win their opening game. They're expected to be better. I think everybody in the
Oh, I
NFC
think they are
West
gonna be
will
better.
this year. It makes it tougher for my Seahawks. I'm going to take the 49ers just because.
Because you don't like to take Cincinnati.
I think that was a fluke for Cincinnati last week. I'll be taking the Seahawks here later in the contest. For
Shocker.
the same reason. I just think that was a fluke game.
I put the spread out Sunday night where the 49ers were favored by 2. But now I believe the Bengals are actually favored on the spread.
Really?
I don't think so.
I do think so.
Oh, the Bengals are. So actually,
So that means everyone's betting Cincinnati. I'll take the 49ers.
Wow. So here I am, once again, folks, the lone wolf on my Bengals. It's painful. All right, folks, that's going to do it for segment number 2. And when we come back, we're going to cover the last 3 games on the pros. And then Terry, Dave, and myself will give us our picks of the week. All right, folks, welcome back to segment number 3 here. We're going to cover these last 3. And Terry, start us off here.
okay, so first game, we got the Saints going to the Rams. This should be a good game. Rams are a 3.5-point favorite. Both teams won their openers. I think both teams covered in their openers. So
Saints did not.
No, Saints about this right. They barely won with that 58-yard field goal.
But what an exciting game. Oh, that reminds me, folks, thanks for coming out on Monday Night Football. We had a great crowd. And obviously, the first part of the first game, it was so early that the crowd was a little late getting here, but it really filled up after that. And so I just want to thank everybody for coming out for that Saints game. Go ahead, Terry.
Okay, so Saints at the Rams. Rams were a 3.5-point favorite. I think to me the Saints looked a little shaky there. I mean, they were trailing most of that game. I think going to the Rams, they're going to struggle. I like the Rams to cover at home there.
I can't disagree with anything Terry just said. So I too am going to go with the Rams just for everything he just said.
I hate to be a spoiler here, but I think maybe the Saints were looking ahead to the Rams in this game because this is a game they're going to circle this on their calendar in spring training. I mean, this is a big game for them. They got to win this game. So I'm going to take the Saints, and anytime you see the Saints getting 3.5 points, I'm taking it.
Okay, and next game, we got the Seahawks going to the Steelers. I mean, both teams kind of laid an egg on their opener. Seahawks come away with a 1-point win. Steelers didn't even look like they were trying against the Patriots. Either the Patriots are really good, or the Steelers are not.
I think it's a combination of both. I thought the Patriots looked amazing.
Did you see that line? It's not on the contest, but the Patriots are going to Miami this week, and they are favored by 19 on the road.
Oh, jeez.
19 is up
19.
to.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
don't think I've ever seen it's rare to see an NFL line more
That
than
high.
14
The
or
highest
15
I ever
any.
seen was 21.
But being on the road laying 19.
Yeah,
Yeah, no kidding.
I'd have to take Miami.
So, all right, this is probably going to surprise the entire town. Terry, who are you going to take in
I'm
this
taking
game?
Seahawks because I think the Seahawks had a bad first game. They're gonna actually.
So that's what you're going to stick with,
They're
huh?
breathing a sigh of relief right now, just to come away with the W against the Bengals, and they're going to come back and I think they're going to beat the Steelers.
Well, I just don't think the Steelers can play this bad 2 weeks in a row. So I'm going to take the Steelers at home, given the 3.5. I think it's too hard for the Seahawks to go east.
Yeah, that whole time zone discrepancy has been debunked a couple years ago.
I know, but I'm
That
still
used to
sticking
be-
with it.
Used to be one of the issues. Whenever they played at the 10 o'clock slot, they had a very poor record, but they've kind of expunged that over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. Watching the Steelers play, Roethlisberger looks as slow as molasses in January and February. He's terrible. I'm going to take the Seahawks. I think he's been terrible for the last couple of years.
Okay, and the last game, we got the Cardinals at the Ravens. Ravens came out with a smoke run at 59-7 or 10.
Oh,
whatever
it was
it
awful. Miami laid an egg.
They just got blown out. So, Cardinals again. They were in that the tie game against the
Detroit Lions, and they were getting killed in that game.
good comeback. They came back with some momentum there.
Yeah.
I hate laying, double digits, but I can't see not taking the Ravens here until we see what's really going on there. They were scoring at will. 59 points in an NFL game is a lot of points to put up.
Yeah, Terry's right, folks. It's hard to give up 13 and a half points in an NFL game, but I really am not a fan of either of these two quarterbacks because they really haven't proven a lot to me yet. Man, it's a coin flip.
Well, the Ravens quarterback was decent last year.
He was
He's
okay.
been good.
He ran. He couldn't pass. I'll take the Ravens, though. See if they can't win by 2 touchdowns at home.
Not me. I'm going to take the Cardinals. They played on the road last week and he went to overtime. I think they have some fight in him. That quarterback could strike, that young quarterback. Heisman Trophy winner. I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Okay, so
Pick of the week.
Pick of the week. These are always hard. I'm going up the college ranks, and I'm going to take USC. I think USC is going to go in there, and USC really found their stride in the second half of last week's game. If you were paying attention, it was 20-10 Stanford at the half. I'm thinking, on the contest we had an easy winner there. Check the score later, 45-20. So Stanford was held scoreless, and USC scored 7 unanswered touchdowns in the second half. So I think their offense is clicking. It's going to be tough for BYU. So my best bet is the USC game.
Well, surprisingly, folks, I too was going to go with USC, but now I cannot do that. And
you can do that.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, that's not fair to our fans out here in Facebook land. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals to cover again against the 49ers.
And my pick of the week isn't on the contest, so I'm going to, being that these guys both took their teams, I'm going to take the Eagles over Atlanta for sure.
Eagles over Atlanta. All right. Now, remember, folks, this week's Monday night game, it's going to be a good one. I got a beautiful Jets hat and a beautiful Browns hat. We're giving away 11 different prizes during the game. It starts at 5:15 or 5:20 on Monday night. Be down here. We've got the big pretzels for $9. Anton's got other, I think a hot dog as well. We have the small pretzel as well, and I think that's $6. So come on down here, folks, and join us. I'm giving stuff away at the end of the first quarter, halftime, at the end of the third quarter. So you can count on it being a lot of fun. Anything else, Tara?
I think that's it. We're good for another week.
All right,
By the
folks.
way, the Eagles game, Dave is laying 1.5 points.
Oh,
the Eagles are 1.5 points
Okay,
there
good.
in his best bet.
Atlanta's going to go 0-2.
All right, folks, for my buddy Dave, my buddy Terry, I'm Gary. See you next week.